plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 4808-715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Southern Main Road, Canoopia.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers. We are live on IBN Channel 8. Of course, we are also coming to you live on YouTube and Facebook for those of you who are joining us here on this non-Independence Day. As I said before, I did not wish anybody Independence Day. I did not recognize this as Independence Day simply because we live in a country where 90% of everything suck, including the leader. Right? And I make no apologies for that. Right? Let's welcome our first sponsor, of course, Style Expression. And remember, I don't have to tell you, go down to Style Expression, spend money, make the man happy, make me happy because he advertised here. So when you do that now, you make everybody happy. Eh, Patus? You have nowhere to fix something? Yeah. Huh? Asim, I sent you a picture just now, right? With something. Right? I think you know what I'm talking about. That belonged to Moody, by the way. I want to show Moody, but I just want to show you something. Moody is a man that have liver, right? Moody is a man that have liver. Somebody could just turn that monitor so they could also see. Look, come around here, by the way, and you'll see what I'm showing, by the way. So let don't be guessing, right? Jawad, turn that monitor a little bit so that, right, good. So, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Moody went. Moody, hold up, Friday. Right? Now, here what happening, eh? You know what I like about this fella? Let me tell you what I like. You see if something is good, because this man went to Maracas Beach today with us. And this is the towel that this man went Maracas with. Right? This towel, or look at pull also. Now, this towel, if you look at this towel, 85% of this towel is still good. Right? 85% of this towel is still good. So I want to, no, wait now. Look how skinny that man like he stand up on his hand. That can't be his foot. But if my wife see one towel that I have with one piece of thread out of place, she does go and throw it away. Moody, how come your wife throw with that towel as yet?
No, had a really cooler.
Don't try that. You went and bathed with that towel, and when Moody got to dry himself with the towel, he had gone in the hole. Right? So Moody, I have nothing to say about that. You see that, partner? I thought that towel had belonged to Benny Hindi. We are holy. I see that towel with a floating in the air. Anyway, that is a story by itself. But so let me just start off the program on a little bit of humor. Today, went down Maracas, and I must tell you, I forgot to tell my son to upload the drone footage. When we were about to arrive, I received a call from Moody telling me, look, we can't go down Tyrico. Tyrico is a mess. Tyrico have a set of people paint their head red, looking like the devil, right? And you can't go down there because a set of tents and madness going on there. So I said, but wait now. This is craziness, because on Independence Day or on any holidays, a lot of people will take their families and trek down to the beach. So therefore, nobody should have ownership of the beach. Nobody should be able to have a fete on the beach. Nobody should be able to have entitlement to the beach. But what I was told is that Caesar's army, I don't know who they are. I know Caesar and the ice cream freezer and all them kind of thing. Right? These people allegedly had their thing 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, I have nothing to do with them. Like I said, they could have their fete 24 hours a day. It don't bother me. Make your money, that is all you. Right? But what I'm talking is about me here as a regular citizen. I am in Shanishmel. I am a tax-paying citizen of this country. I have paid millions of dollars. And if you check the VAT records and my tax records, you will see millions of dollars paid. My taxes and my VAT is up to date. I don't mix matters. Right? Now, for me, I have access to all these places because I am a tax-paying person as well as a citizen of this country, just like you. Even if you don't pay tax, you still have an entitlement as a citizen and resident of this country. So when you see I prime up myself to go somewhere, I don't want to hear that it have no stupid excuse that somebody had a fete and a set of people still down there and the place in a mess and people misbehaving and this and that. I don't want to hear that because that's going to vex. Now, one of the things that I do as well, if I am going somewhere, I don't go on Facebook. Ah boy, I go into the beach because I had to be an idiot. I don't take pictures of me in the beach unless I come back from the beach. Because if I say me and the family enjoyed Maracas, all your stupid is outside there telling the bandits and them permission granted to go home by earlier because all not home. All telling the bandit all going out. So I posted nothing. I posted a photo with a car that ran off the road. And not only that, while heading to Maracas, several vehicles almost hit ours. A man ran off the road in front of us and gained back control, almost flipping his vehicle. One vehicle ran off and hit the post, and when I reached further down, a car by the roundabout flipped. So within the space of a few miles, there were people in accident, people running off the road, and a set of drunk, sleepy idiots. Idiots who were on the road. But my concern is this. When you have a fete at 2 a.m. in the morning until 8 a.m., I don't care if you is Tarzan or you is Thor or if you is Captain America or just plain Captain Ugly. The reality of it is this. You are a human. And if you soak your liver and your gizzard with alcohol and you wake out all night moving like a robot, your tail is going to get tired. You are going to be burnt out unless you put drugs in your system, and that would get your adrenaline flowing. Now, imagine for 1 minute, thousands of people there in Tyrico sucking rum bottle, fetting, and then going home after that. What do you expect is going to happen? Not one police in sight to do a breathalyzer. Where the hell was Meister? Where was Meister? Meister, who does like to look pretty on TV. Where was Meister? And he in charge, I think, of traffic. Where was Meister? Because Meister is the grid man now, they call him. Right? But you know how much I love Meister, right? We can leave that for a different time. But that is just piece of what I have to talk about tonight. Now, the second part is not so pleasing. Let me tell you what the second part is about. The second part is that the Imam in Bamboo number 2. Now I want you to listen carefully to this. I want you to listen very carefully. Imagine the Imam who normally goes to mosque for 5 o'clock every morning as a rule. Wife opens the door and is greeted by 5 bandits. Right? 5. Gun pulled to the Imam's head, son beaten, wife tied, and the family was threatened with death by 5 Spanish. And I have the video with the 5 gentlemen. But what is interesting and what have me vexed tonight? What have me vexed tonight is that, number 1, information was received and passed on to senior persons today. And it was confirmed where one of the persons involved in the activity resides, and they were in the process of packing up. That information was relayed at 3 p.m. this evening. They called me 7:15. I received a call from an insider telling me that, you know what? No police has show up in the areas yet. Imagine that. Imagine in Trinidad and Tobago, somebody put a gun to your head. Somebody almost kill your family. Forget the money. Forget the money. I always say, you come to rob me, take what the hell you want. You want car, you want jewelry, you want TV, I will help you pack it. But don't touch my family. Because the day you touch my family, I will turn into a beast and I will find you. And when I find you, I am telling you that you ain't gonna like the other side of me. Because I've always said, when it comes to the Syrian community and people interfering with them, all you know how they operate? Well, I a little worse. I dread. Don't touch my family. Don't mess with my family. Because I am a beast. So imagine the Imam being affected by this. Imagine this happening. Information, because the Imam rightly said, he said, God save his life. The money is nothing, and he's right. But you know what? No matter who you are, you want justice. You want to be able to get some justice. You want to know that you're living in a bloody country where, oh God, somebody does uphold some law. We get the information where the people live. And now they are packing up to go on a pirogue. But you know what happening? The man who transporting those criminals tonight, your boat should sink and you should dead. I am saying that tonight. I am not saying I killing you, you know. I am wishing that upon you because you know why? You are going to receive money stolen from hard-working people. You know that the money they pay you ain't normal. Because them fellas, if you're a thief, big money, you ain't going to pay a boatman $5. You know the money that you may be receiving is from stolen property or from people who work hard to get what they have. So I am telling you, I pray that the boat with you and the 5 criminals, it sink. And not just it sink. It sink in an area where it have shark weighing for a few days. You understand? And let's stand no chance of survival. Because this continues to happen. Imagine, as stupid as it sounds, I praying for shark to catch criminals. When we have police in uniform, some of them parading up and down the street and looking dotish while doing it. When I tell you, I just get so vexed over that. Trinidad and Tobago, what we parading for? What the police parading for? For what? To say to the nation, look at we good at marching, but we are a bloody failure at everything else. We are a failure at catching criminals who rob, who thief. Right? Yeah. Show me the one with the police. Right? Watch. This is what Trinidad good for. You tell me, we paying fire services, defense force and police to beat drum? When criminals come, this go come in handy. What that have to do with policing? What that have to do with fire services? Watch them. Now, wait. You see that video? Pull back that video from the police. You as a spouse there, you as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago going down the highway, standing like that on a motorbike. What is the police going to do? But it's okay for them to do it. It's okay for them to be like animal on a motorbike. But if you do it, it is a problem. And this is the problem with Trinidad. In Trinidad, as I said before, nothing works. And we're so stupid. We studying these 2 idiots called Rowley and Kamla. Them have us here, you know. Under Kamla, crooked contractors, left, right, and center. But we will vote for Kamla because Kamla is we religion and she's our race. So we got to support she. We stupid just like she. We got to support Rowley because he's our race and our religion. And we keep going on this dotish road while our children are going to suffer. I don't know when we're going to learn. I really don't know. Right? But we having parades today for what? Celebrating what? Celebrating pothole? Celebrating people getting murdered? That we have the most amount of murders in history now? Celebrating that we have a failure as a Minister of National Security? Celebrating that we have a failure as Commissioner of Police? Celebrating that we have a failure as opposition leader? Celebrating that we have a failure as Prime Minister? Is that what we are celebrating? I tell you, know, we in a mess. We are in a mess. And it continues to be. When I went to Maracas today, right? But not only that, in Trinidad, everything is a fete now. In November is a fete. In September is a fete. Imagine parade. Show that video. Fire services, watch. They have water for nothing. Pump don't be walking. But to spray for fete. This turn into a fete now. This is what I tell you, this is our mentality. Stupid, dotish fete mentality. Everything is a fete. Everything is a party. Until the bandit come and put a gun to our head. You know what's the first thing we're going to say? Nobody is doing nothing. Why we don't get up? That is what you are doing. You are sitting on your royal rump right now and saying that same exact thing when you get robbed. But when other people get robbed, you just be quiet. Right? So, tonight, I just fed up, boy. Because like I say, when I saw that thing with Maracas today, and because I took my staff from Brilliant, we went down together with Caliph and others, and Moody and Jawad and the whole crew. We went down to Maracas today to Lime. And when I was watching how people were enjoying themselves, and then I look on the other side, Tyrico, a place that I would normally go, and I can't go there because a set of animal misbehaving there. It is not fair to me. It is not fair to my family. And thank God the man that pulled up next to me, that man was playing Back in Time in their music, so I could actually listen and remember my mother. I wasn't here, goodbye, pom in my head, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I didn't have nobody behaving stupid next to me. Because you know, when people take their rum, what is going on? All right, so what we're going to do is that I just want to deal with something right now, and then we'll get back into the serious issues. There is a young lady, I want to wish her happy 3rd birthday, Vidika, right? Vidika, there's young Vidika. You could zoom in a little bit. Vidika enjoying her birthday cake, and unfortunately, Vidika didn't even give me none, right? So, Vidika, all the best to you from all of us here at Breaking Barriers. And I would just like to tell you that the amount of people that I saw at the beach today that watched the program and recognized the blue beard, I even went in the supermarket and 2 young boys came up to me and they said, "Uncle, how come your beard blue?" I say, "Well, I eat something and it get my beard blue." He said, "Well, when he get bigger, he want to eat something to get his beard blue too." Poor young boy, he start to grow one green beard as yet. All right, so let me just welcome Automax Cherry Disinfectant. And remember, with this product, it's not like long time. You know, long time when you put disinfectant, the neighbor used to quarrel. Well, this one actually smells like cherries. So you have a whole different scent. So, hey, here up then, Automax. All organize and give us a call tomorrow. Ali Motorspares, give us a call tomorrow because this is something I would want down at Baraka Grounds definitely to use. All right, so give them a call if you're interested. So here what we're going to do. We are going to do a wide shot, guys. Right? We're going to do a wide shot. And what happens is that I want young Lindy. Lindy, you ready? Come to me. I want you to take this young child. All right, so here we go. Come, Lindy. Come, my uncle. Come. Good. Right, now, Lindy here. Oh, God, you're a real heavy girl. Okay. Right, Lindy, I am Uncle Inshan, right? Now, see that camera there? Thousands and thousands of people looking at you right now because Lindy has a serious problem with walking, right? So, guys, could we show this on a background that we could see Lindy clearly, please, right? So, ready? Lindy, here what I want you to do, right? All right, I want you to come here, right? Right? Good. Now, here we go. Oops, wrong. Come. All right, Lindy, come. You walk out to my set there, right? Right. I want you to walk to me, Lindy. Come. Slow. Walk to me slow. Go. Right. I want you to walk a little bit again. And a little bit again. Good. And what you doing with that finger in your mouth? That is a lollipop? Eh? Okay. That's a Okay. So here what we're going to do. Oh, guys, come. Give me a close-up. Lindy needs an appliance, right? That is costing $15,000. I just saw the document there. So what we're going to do, you ready, Lindy? We're going to raise those funds now for Lindy. So what we're going to do, we're going to open up our phone lines. You ready? Don't cry, you know. Okay, there's no way to watch. Watch you on TV. Okay, just wide run. Okay, walk to my wide. Give me a wide again, guys. Give me a wide again. Right. Notice how Lindy walks, right? You can just walk to mommy. Go ahead. Right. Now, Lindy needs an appliance that is costing $15,000. Right? So, catch. Right. So, what we're going to do. Oh, right. My mic fell off. Right. So, what we're going to do is that we are going to raise the funds now for Lindy to get that appliance. So, we're going to open up our phone lines now, and we are going to, we got to keep it down a little bit in the back, huh? Right? What we're going to do is that we're going to open up our phone lines, and we're going to raise the funds for Lindy now. For those of you who are watching, it's just $15,000 we need to raise. And as I said before, we have done it before, and we're going to do it again tonight. Now, remember when you call in, turn down the volume on your television. And one of the things that now, here the hardest, tonight I wasn't going to have a program tonight, because I told people that I wasn't doing a program tonight. But then during the week, I remember that I spoke to them, and I didn't want to go back on that promise. So what happened is that what you're going to do is that you're going to call us on 663, WhatsApp me on 684-4762, and tell me how much you're willing to give to Lindy so that we could get this appliance for her. so that she would be able to walk straight. Now, if Lindy does not get it, Lindy will have problems with her spine later on. She will have problems with her hip, and she will have serious problems with things like spondylosis, which is curvature of the spine. No, I am not yes, now. Let me just take a look at this now. Right, Asim. Right, so we're going to open up. We're going to open up the phone lines now. 663-8373, 645-4426. Call in, turn on the volume on your television, and let me know how we're going to assist. This person here just said that they would give $500. $500 for my partner who live in not too far in this road. What you? Hold on. Right. Yeah, hello? Hello?
Give some money for you.
Right. You want to say how much, but I'm not going to put you on air, but just let me know the figure.
Pay the full amount.
The full amount?
Yeah.
Okay then, cool. All right then. All right. So here what's happening. We're not raising funds anymore. One person just gave us the full amount. In 1 minute. In 1 minute. Right? So this family always comes forward, and always, I will keep it silent on who it is. But this is a family that always comes forward and always assists in every fundraiser that we have. So therefore, what happens is that, what do you think? So what do you think about that? How long it take? A minute? Look at him crying and think, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Wait. Just carry the mic. I wouldn't bring them on here, right? Carry the mic. So I could talk to you here, right? I'm going to talk to mommy or the family now to hear, because I don't want to bring them on when they're emotional. Right? So, are you ready? The green light on? See if we have a green light underneath. Right, let me see. Let me just fix it. Right, look. Awesome. Right, so. Right, good. All right. So, you are the baby's mother? Okay, put it close to your mouth. I told you when you came here, we spoke this week. Yes. Like I said, I forgot that I was having program, but because of that child, I decided that I made a promise and I wanted to keep my promise.
Yes.
And you called and you're here.
Yes.
I told you that in 10 minutes time, we're going to raise 15,000. We raised it in 1 minute.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Speechless. I am speechless. And God is love. God is love. We is always be praying for her. And since she started to walk, we know she had problems, and we carry her by many doctors. They wanted to do surgery on her foot. And we tell them no. And then we get to find out about the brace. And we needed help. And we came to you. And we get the help. And God bless you so much for helping us.
I take no credit for this.
Yes.
Like I always tell people, this is a conduit. The same way you can talk about God and how important God is in these things. People don't understand. I have a station here. The people who advertise on this station keeps this station alive. Now what happens is that if I get an opportunity and I don't take advantage of that opportunity, I will be held accountable for not helping your child. So by you coming to me, I can't say, well, here, my Avon jacket and tie, I big, here I'm always nobody, hard luck. Yeah. That is not how I live my life. And the people, like the people who give, and the thousands who are outside there also, we are accustomed to getting assistance from them so that we could do things like this.
Yeah.
Now, the goal is, because I don't know how far the brace will take your child, your grandchild. But the fact is that for me, I want to be able for her to have a normal life.
Yes.
So now with the advent of modern medicine and surgeries, for example with me, if something happened to me now and the doctor say, look, they had to fix my liver, I real dotish. I just go one time, I say, cut it open, bust it open, do what you had to do. Because I am not afraid of that. Because like you, I put my faith in God and I decide, well, here happen. If God decided I had to go, right, plenty people going to be happy for that. But at the end of the day, plenty people go also cry.
Yes.
Right? It has some people that Nizam know who will be happy. Right? And listen, man, at the end of the day, this is what life is about. Life is not living, and life is not about serving yourself only. No matter how much money you have, there are people right now who are on their last breath and all the money in the world, and that money is not going to benefit them.
Yeah.
What you do with your money now, like for example, people who are assisted here, that is what will make the difference and help out.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so God bless you, little Lindy. You're coming to give me a hug up, we get the
Go
money,
give
you
him a
know?
hug up.
Again a hug up? No, don't force her.
Well, can I say something?
Of course, go ahead.
I would like to say thank you so very, very much for helping my granddaughter and the person who donated the money. Whoever you are, thank you so very much. You don't know what this means to us, because we went other places and we didn't get you, and we came here and we get you. And thank you all so very, very much. And God bless you all with lots of riches.
Thank you so No, riches is health first. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And of course, I would like to thank our sponsor. And you notice what we do. The people who give, we don't mention their name, we don't mention their businesses. Why we do that? It's not because we don't want to thank them. But one of the things that we are taught as Muslims, what we are taught is when you give with your left hand, when you give with your left hand, right? Your right hand, right? When you give it your right hand, your left hand shouldn't know, right? So that is the reality of it. So therefore, I don't want to take away from anybody's blessings. All right? So Lindy, I want to picture you with that brace, all right? You can send it to me. That is what we're talking about. All right, great. Thank you so much. You guys could fix up, and my guys will sort you out, take all your information, and contact me tomorrow, and we'll put things in place. All right? Take care. All the best. Good. All right. So, fellas, bye-bye, Lindy. Bye-bye. God bless you. 1 minute by Patus. Yeah? 1 minute, $15,000. Yeah? And you see, watch. Adabapi has slippers for my son, too. Let me just welcome Bill Talas, and of course, Bill Talas, remember, it's construction, home construction at $540 per square foot, which includes electrical, plumbing, soak away, everything. Give them a call. And remember, Bill Talas, they wouldn't only build it to last, but they would also build it to a high standard as well. All right, so what we're going to do is that let us take our first break, because after that, we need to celebrate, right? Right, after that, we need to celebrate $15,000 in 1 minute. I think we just broke history here, right? We just broke record here. $15,000 in 1 minute. Hey, thank you so much to my brother F and the family. Thank you so much. God bless you with plenty more. May he bless you with health and strength as well, too. All right, so we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue right on Breaking Barriers. We'll be back.
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare. Ronix.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest varieties, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
You know where's the hardest? I now got a message here that the police came after they left. They just not too long left. Since 3 o'clock to catch the criminals who hold up the Imam and his family. Since 3 o'clock, that information was given out. And you telling me that the police showed up not too long ago. All you know, let me tell you something. This is why I tell you, this country is a cesspit. This country is worse than a cesspit. Imagine you and your family get robbed, you get hold up, your child, and here what happening there? Your child get beaten. Your child get beaten. And the people responsible, they have now gotten away, most of them now, courtesy the Trinidad police service. That's what I tell you now. In Trinidad here, we have, in Bamboo here, we have police living in Bamboo. Ask them if ever one day they go to any one of those drug men and ever touch any of those drug men. The police know where the criminals are. They live next door to the criminal. And they wouldn't touch them. But they want to go out there with uniform and car to interfere with other criminals. You can't touch in your own area. Now, these are the fellas responsible for the robbery. Look them here. This is in Bamboo on Rattan Street. Right. Look them here. Pause. Right, and broad daylight. You're talking about minutes to 6 around that time. These fellas and them. And look with bag full, money and jewelry. Go again, guys. Right, going again. And look this one. This one came run. And we were able to solidly identify 3 of them and where they live in. I mean, this is the madness. But you know what is the hardest way? Let me tell you why I'm laughing, boy. Trinidad, this cesspit of a country that we are in, right? This cesspit of a country that we are in. Foreigners could go and organize a pirogue to go and leave, and the Coast Guard don't see nothing because the Coast Guard men on the take as well too. Imagine that everybody in Trinidad know that it have a taxi service that has go back and forth from Venezuela. It have people who does work and carry money every week and every fortnight. And the Coast Guard know that. But the Coast Guard just as crooked as the criminals. All you feel it easy? All you feel it easy? Boy, we just welcome RPM to this segment. And of course, big people like you deserve big companies. Organized with RPM Express, and we will take it from Miami straight to Trinidad in the shortest possible time, getting rid of all the headache. Give them a call, or if you have not signed up with them as yet, do so now. RPMExpressCouriers.com. And, all right, so let's show that video. We have a video, and you'll show that picture, guys. Right? I want you to take a look at this. This is an interview with the Imam that was carried on TV6. And you would hear how things went down and what was said. Because I didn't want to carry a camera crew there and invade the man's privacy and all that, because I didn't want that to happen. All right, so take a look at this.
So when I came into the room, the one pointed a gun to my face, up like this. And so his hand was blocking my face with a gun to my face. And then I felt it was like a broadside of a cutlass on the middle of my head.
That's only a fraction of the terrifying ordeal that Imam Abdul Hasib Aziz and his family were forced to suffer around 5:45 a.m. on Tuesday as 6 men broke into their home and robbed them. Aziz, who is also a businessman, didn't go to the Bamboo Masjid as he usually does around that time. Instead, he prayed at home. Shortly after his prayer, the Imam says 5 men gained entry into his Mohan Street Bamboo Settlement No. 2 home through a balcony at the back of the property, while another bandit stood guard outside. After holding him up at gunpoint and demanding that he hand over money to them, they restrained him.
They grabbed me and pushed me on the ground and bound the hand behind the back and locked my mouth and eyes and face and everything.
The robbers also entered the bedroom of his 21-year-old son and asked him for his money.
They beat him up and because he tried to fight back, and right now he's had to do a scan. He's going to do a scan for his back because he told me his back is paining him.
While his son was tied up in the bedroom, his wife was tied up in the living room. Imam Aziz told the men the money was in a drawer and showed them where the keys were to get the drawer open.
He took the money and then he said that this is not all of it. This is not all of it. This is not what we come for. What we come for is much more than this. They all knew Spanglish. Nobody was a Trinidad-speaking person.
Aziz was in the process of constructing a roof on a home for his daughter. He says because of problems with the bank in taking personal checks, he's forced to do a lot of cash transactions and had a large sum of money at his home. The Imam tells us he does have Venezuelan employees, as he understands that some of them are in difficult situations and he feels compelled to assist. However, he didn't know the men who robbed him, but he says the questions they asked could have only been known by someone close to home.
They came up with the keys for the gate, for the car, and for the garage gate, all remote control. Then they went to my son and say, "Show me, this is your car." How do they know this is my son's car?
The thieves ransacked his home and stole his wife's jewelry and unopened perfumes, in addition to a large amount of cash. In realizing that he had seen the faces of the bandits, he considered his mortality.
I was saying, God, if this is it, if now is the time, then please forgive me, and take me in your forgiveness.
He is urging people who are hiring Venezuelans to do their best to get some kind of background information on them.
I'm not worried about the money. I'm not hurt about the money because money is money, right? It comes, it goes. It's the violation of my sanctuary.
The perpetrators were caught on camera as they escaped to a nearby street after fleeing the victim's home.
While there is a sense of anger, there is a greater sense of gratitude to our Creator, and thankful that we are safe, that we are okay.
The Imam is hopeful that the authorities will bring them to justice, but all in all, he tells us, no one escapes Allah. Alicia Boucher, TV6.
Look at us, sir. Imagine all this happening to your family. We worked, when this happened, and the Imam contacted me, we were searching bamboo. His son-in-laws were going through the bush. And imagine they were able to get the jacket. And in fact, ask him, I'm sending you this now. Right? I should have sent it to you early on. Right? But I totally forgot. Right? So let me see if I have it here. Just to make sure. Right. I'm sending you something here now. Right now. Good. Now, imagine they were able to get the route that the gentleman took. And these fellas and them went on foot, passed through the side of the Imam's property, passed through another property, go down the road, and believe it or not, you just robbed somewhere, and fat boy can't even run. He's a bandit that walking after a robbery. Go to the back, take the back of the river, and exit somewhere, and get away. Right? And the information, when we receive information, I jump in my vehicle and I was scouring the area as well as the Imam and his son-in-laws and them and one or two friends. Imagine we were there. You didn't see any helicopter in the air. You didn't see any drone in the air. Neither, you know what is interesting? You were not seeing police vehicles moving up and down. And this is why I continue to say that in this country, there is nothing to celebrate today. Everything falling apart, everything falling down. This was the jacket that was found. And when we checked it back, right? Zoom into that label for me, please. Right? This was the jacket. An extra large jacket. Now, the other picture, please. Right. And as you could see, it's written Demas on it. I don't know what the E is for. Maybe it is a department. And the number is 7. Now, what is interesting, come back to me. I contacted Demas, and Demas said that, you know, staff don't normally give back their uniform. So this could be from a former employee. So Demas has nothing to do with this. But this could be from a former employee, because you can't blame a company where a man uses a jacket, because you could be hanging up a jacket on the line and a man thief it. So, but what I had a problem with is when I called Demas, and I was talking to the woman on the phone, and I told her about the robbery with the Imam, the woman started skinny teeth. She started laugh, like if I was making a joke. But what really bothers me tonight is that if this was a pundit or a priest, it would have made every single headline. It would have been front page, like the bell that was stolen. But because he's a Muslim, because he belongs to the so-called terrorist organizations, one media house carried it. And the rest say, hard luck, to hell was with all you. This is not news. This is not worth a fat. It don't matter to us. Always he wants to be committing most of the crime, so therefore we are bothering with all you. But forget the other media houses. What about all the Islamic organizations outside there? Anybody see a release from Azra? Anybody see a release from TML, TIA, Darulum? If the Imam's certificate had expired, he would have seen somebody by his door. But these same people who are the most virtuous and the most pious, not one single thing said. Because why? Even from the ex-senator, right? The shortest senatorial position in history. Why? Why is that so? Because you know why? Because you can't go and say anything. Because how we could do that? Because for Eid, we need grants. For some of them who have CPEP contracts, you can't say nothing because your CPEP contract will get touched. And this is what I'm saying. We have sold out. Look at a man the other day talk about pork, a chef. He talk about Muslims and pork and put up a picture with pork. The company tell him to shut him out and stay quiet for a while. And then 1 month after, the company put him back again. We are a set of blasted sellouts. We would sell our soul for money. And this is how shameless it is. I am the only one speaking publicly about this because I am ashamed. I am ashamed that imagine an imam of this country get robbed, get beaten, and all the other imams in this country shut them out and stay quiet. Not one single bloody release. Not one letter to the commissioner. Shameless, embarrassing, disgusting. And we call ourselves believers in God. Set of bloody hypocrites. Shameless. Only when it happens to you, then you will get up and say, well, boy, we shoulda, coulda, woulda. Where have we reached? Where's the IRO? Where's the interreligious organization? A set of half-dead people in that. Doing what? Who is the head of the IRO right now? Let me see if I can find that. Somebody, WhatsApp me who is the head of the IRO right now. Right? I want to know who is the head of the IRO. All right, let me just get this. Right? Pandit Mukram Serju. Right? Yeah. Right, here what? I want you to right. I want you to somebody get me a number for Pandit Mukram Serju. I had his number here, but I don't know how come I want you to do me a favor. I want somebody to get my number, to get Pandit Mukram Serju's number for me. Let me give him a call. Because you know why? I want to find out how come the IRO haven't said anything. Because Bamboo Mosque is one of the bigger masjids in the north. Right? They have an imam who is involved in charitable thing and always helping people, because I grew up in that Jamaat, and that Jamaat always helping, and it doesn't matter what religious background you are. So I am really pissed that I am not hearing anything from the IRO. I have not heard anything from any other religious organization. What is shameful is that only when it affects you are you going, because look the other day, when the Catholic Church was affected, I put out a release that we stand with the Catholic community. When they went and they do this, when the Hindu community, when they put corned beef, I put out a release from the Baraka Foundation. But strangely enough, when things happen to the Muslim community, you had a sock salt, nobody care about you. You like dog, you like dregs. The government treating you like terrorists, and now everybody else treating you the same. So here what's happening. Somebody, anybody, get me the number for Pandit Mukram Serju. Let me call and find out exactly where is the IRO, if they're dead, if they're buried, if they're cremated, what went on with the IRO, what going on with the IRO, because here what's happening. Or if they will only open up when whoa, hear this. Hi, you see, even in the face of nonsense, hear this, boy. Wow, hear this. That little child that was on my program, I need to take a little breather for this, because with bad news, you get good news. From Miss Reshma, from Central Educational Academy. Our school will accept Lindy online for pre and primary school for however long she chooses at no cost. A private school is willing to take on Lindy and educate her at no cost. Reshma, thank you so much, from Central Educational Academy. With all the nonsense, finally, you know you have some good coming out of it. You have some good. But for me, as I said before, this is close to home. And you know where's the hardest in Bamboo, boy? Where's Khadija Amin? Where's Khadija Amin? That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Anybody could tell me? But you know what? They will come like Kobo in the area when it's time for election. And this is what I tell you. The people in Bamboo need to wake up. All you need to take that stick in all your ears and remove it now. Because you know why? We reach a point in this country where we have to say enough is enough. We can't vote Kamala and continue to support this nonsense that is going on here now and before. Either Kamala or Rowley is the same thing. Let us go with the slide, guys. Let us go with the slides. All you know that fella? All you know the fella on the left? Nicholas Puran, boy. Puran. My son told me, he said, wait now. That looked like Puran by Baraka Grounds, second time in a row. Puran came, he had Brilliant the night before, and he came back to have more brilliant again the next night, he and his family. So it was a pleasure meeting you, Puran. Of course, I played some cricket with him early on. Well, is that I'm sorry about all the six standing I hit him in the past, but we could talk about that at a different time. Let's go again, guys. I saw this, and I want to congratulate the person that did this. I take no credit for this, but this is meme of the year for me, or meme of the year, because we are celebrating 60 years, right? 60 years of what? Right? Of what? But you know what really killed me, right? I see a contractor who is famous for fraud, who is famous for setting, doing so well in this country and being given so much contracts. And it pains me to know that look at these crook and con men real getting through now. And fellas like me, imagine I have my second shipment of Ronex and I cannot even get USC even pay for my second shipment. So, all you know what? I might have to sell out the new company I started. Imagine where we reach. Imagine where we reach. That it have people who get in unlimited and you're getting it through the bank through skullduggery means. Because you and the bank manager is friend, or he is the same color with the bank manager, or here what's happening. You have a certain political influence. We had a sock sold. Let's go again, guys. This is Bamboo number 2 Community Center. This is Bamboo number 2 Community Center. Right, as I said before, I want to get in touch with Pandit Mukram Sirju. Anybody who could get the number for me, please, send it to me now, please. Let me, right? Right, I know it's Ganesh Usta, but at the end of the day, I know he's busy with someone is saying that if it's our responsibility to replace the funds that was lost. No, it's not masjid funds, it was the Imam funds. And the Imam is not a pauper. So at the end, he's a hard-working gentleman. So at the end of the day, he's a man of means. It is not our responsibility to replace it. Now, if they had come and the Imam was a person who used to use his car to work PH, and they stole his car and that was his only means of livelihood, then it is our responsibility to help him to replace that car so that he could feed his family, things like that. But people who are well off, it is not our responsibility to replace those kind of things, because if we do it, then you know what's going to happen? And you know, when I had put up, the reward was $10,000, we were given $10,000. The reward went up to $50,000, right, to get these people. And you go through all this, and the men were allowed to escape through, and they are leaving tonight, and the Coast Guard going to wave bye-bye. The Coast Guard going to tell them, here, look, all fix up. All do pass there at that time, pass through so and so. And I want Lamy and them to send out a release about what I am saying tonight. Because let me tell you something, the Coast Guard is just as crooked as the police, the TTPS. And we know that. It's nothing to hide. Let's go again, guys. This look familiar? Patos. You know where this is? No. I will tell you where that is just now. Guys, there's a video that I sent you that I did this afternoon. Play that video. How could we say that we are celebrating independence 60th? Yeah, we are independent. And this is the Oncology Center. The Prime Minister say, hello, high water come, and the Marriott will be built. A $500 million project or $4 billion project, whatever it is. But this is the Oncology Center. Literally thousands of people have cancer in Trinidad and Tobago, and many families are forced to raise funds so that they can take care of their loved ones. But the Invaders Bay project, costing over $1 billion, which nobody wants, is being built. We have other projects which we did not ask for example, the $1 billion airport in Tobago. But this is what independence is about. We are celebrating 60 years. 60 years. And this is how much the PNM loves you. This is how much the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago loves you. This is the caring in this. This is what you call true PNM love. Take that. How many times have they started back that oncology center? And let's move again because we have quite a few things to go through. Let's go again, guys. The Guardian editorial said that the country woke up to the news that gravel had been dumped on the Solomon Ho Choi Highway, causing gridlock traffic. And let me make a call here. Let me make a call here because you know why? Asim, here what happened. Time for me to... Asim, I'm sending you a number. Call that number. Oops, here we go. Here we go. And I hope by tomorrow, at least some of the Muslim organizations who have testicular fortitude will send out a bloody release to the police and to the Prime Minister. And finally start to wake up and not sell your soul now. Right? Call that number for me live now. Right. I was just talking about the Guardian editorial where Rowley blamed Roger and Kamla for the dirt that was on the highway, the protests and all them things. Right? Are you organizing a call for me? Send it through for me, please. Right.
The voicemail box off. 1.
All right. Here we go. All right. All right. Let me try it on my phone. Maybe it is. Okay, good. Okay, Asim. I'll send in your next number. Right, here we go. Right. Call that other number for me, please. I'm going to try it on my phone now. Trying to call the head of the IRO. I don't know if the organization was buried or cremated and we didn't know. Because apparently they're serving no purpose right now. No, they have literally gone dead. It's an organization that is literally a failure. And I mean, I don't want to disturb the pundit during a very religious period for them. But the fact is that as the head of an organization, you're supposed to be able to not only look after your people, but other people as well in terms of who are part of the organization. Recently, when the Catholic Church was affected, the IRO said nothing. Right? So it's not only us. So I want to find out what the hell the IRO is doing. And if they're not doing nothing, then shut it down and let's start back from scratch. Because quite frankly, if that is the case, it makes no sense. Right? So let's go again with the slides, guys. Right. After 4 hours of traffic, police cleared the roadway by but nothing could make up for the productive time loss. You know what's interesting? I was sent a video after 3 a.m. You know when police removed that debris, Caliph? After 7 a.m. After 7 a.m. So it take the police 3-4 hours. Imagine that. Right? In another country, 15 minutes after that on the highway, the police services would have been able to deal with that. But you see, the problem is a lot of these stations is be closed from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. The police does need to rest and sleep after a hard day of drinking. Oh, no, sorry. Going out and doing what they had to do. Sad. Let's go again, guys. But what was instructive was a Facebook post of Prime Minister Dr. Kid Rowley, who declared they have made their move, dump truckloads of sand and debris on both sides of the highway and block traffic. What a wonderful idea of leadership from Roger and the followers, including the UNC. How the hell did this man determine? I want to know. Come back to me. All right, and we could finish with that slide here. I want to know how the Prime Minister is able to determine or identify that the sand was through Roger or through the UNC. Was it yellow sand? How he was able to tell that? And this is what I tell you, we have a megalomaniac as a leader in this country. Because that ain't no joke, that is madness. How could you make a statement like that? It makes no sense. Let's go again, guys. Gene Pair Complex to be torn down. You didn't know I was coming up with this. To put a mega sporting complex. You know what is the sad thing? I think Gene Pair died now, right? Yeah. Gene Pair died. Brian Lara Stadium does be like a cesspit, the condition of it. Gene Pair Complex has been like a cesspit donkey years now. And under UNC, millions were spent to rehabilitate it. But what is interesting, listen carefully, let's go again, guys. Newsday carried an article, Gene Pair's neglected complex. And Gene Pair is absolutely, in fact, the Newsday is absolutely right, because this complex has been neglected. And what happened is that the maintenance fell short. But what is even more interesting, pause right there, guys. When you are about to break down something, or when it is something not fit for use, engineers normally block it around and tape it off because people could get damage on it. Because if something is unsafe, or the structure could cave in or mash up, normally you would block it off and stop people from going there, correct? I mean, I really notice, you know, so all you help me to understand. Because that is the way I understand it. But take a look at this. Now that, the other slide. House of State. Connect the experience. Come be a part of the biggest party for 2022. Let's celebrate at Gene Pair Complex, September the 23rd. So, come back to me. So, this thing is unsafe. This thing needs to be torn down. But yet it is all over the place, close to, on top to, on the side of. Because if the structure itself needs to be torn down, then you can't have people within its perimeter. So what does that tell us? Tell us that the Gene Pair Complex is going to be our next project, which is going to help fund the election in a few years' time, like a lot of the other projects right now. Welcome to the real world. As I've said before, this is one person. You see this mark on my head? I just have people tell me you butt your head somewhere. And I am fed up of explaining to people, this is a prayer mark. This is not made up. This is not something that I glue on. This is when my head bow down and I just pray on carpet. This is there for a reason. I'm a praying man. I don't need to commit fraud to survive. I don't need to go and pay a minister a bribe to live. I don't need, and that's what these fellas don't understand, all the Maybach and all them wherever and whatever some of these ministers and they may have, Mercedes and whatever. There will come a time when all that will be zero. Nothing. Let's go again, guys. Officials, right? Ship from TNT arrived in Vietnam with US 35 million in cocaine. Wait, zoom into that for me, please. Vietnamese officials are investigating a ship which originated from Trinidad and Tobago and arrived in Vietnam with approximately $35 million worth of cocaine hidden in a container of scrap metal. Right? According to the report, the 17-foot container shipment aboard the Liberia of 17-foot, something wrong, right? Ship Mark Shenzhen arrived at the Tang Kai Mepti Vai port. Right? Customs officials became suspicious and decided to carry out a thorough investigation of the container, where they found 4 large sacks containing 119 kilos. 119 kilos scrap metal. and they're saying that scrap metal don't have no money in it. Eh? That makes sense? Next slide, guys. Look at this. MP for Oropuch, Devindranath Tanku. The South Oropuch River has broken its bank at Tulsa Trace. The pump is not in operation and all operators have left. The water is flowing upstream in the Black River. This means that flooding is to be expected. Watch this now, man. A member of parliament for the area under the UNC. This is the message that has to be sent out. Not a message here, we have a pump that is down. We need a pump urgently. You know what? Let the people flood. So that, you know what, the PNM go get the blame. And the PNM and the UNC is to blame because the area that you are represented is heavily neglected by the UNC as well. Anybody went and checked to see if the pump was operational before the floods came? The people who are that hire, that is go, many of these people that they hire all over, that is go by these pumps and smoke their weed and do their cookout. What is the purpose of these fellas? Shouldn't the pumps be tested every week? Oh, sorry, that's too hard to do. They're not being paid to do that. Let's go to the other slide, guys. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has said the $500 million Marriott Resort will be built come hell or high water, while certain Tobago politicians have promised that it will not become another Sandals. $500 million. And there's a risk to the wiping out of the coral reefs. I will tell the Prime Minister something. I am one of those people who will stand with environmentalists that will not happen come hell or high water. I will stand with environmentalists because I visited the Island Pool. I visited the coral reef recently. And let me tell you something. It is a thing of beauty, and that is what tourists come there for. Don't play all going and destroy the shore and for we to see, for example, a set of idiots fetting in Pigeon Point. I don't know what it is these fellas that's being encouraging Farley and them now with this fet down by Pigeon Point and damaging the shore. I don't know now, boy. Everything in this country is a bloody fet now. Everything. Nobody want to walk. Everybody want a fet. Let's go again, guys. As per the recommendation from Four Roads Police Station, police officers in uniform will not be allowed to enter the store until their identity has been verified by the police station. Imagine a store posts up that no police officers are allowed on their compound unless they have been verified. This is where we reach. This is where we reach. Courtesy Jacob and the brilliant man himself, the #1 national security minister in history, Ketchup and Heinz. Let's go again, guys. Zoom in to the bottom part. The top part is the baby that was found in a garbage bin. There's a rush for her. A lot of people want to adopt the child. Right? South Key floods again. Hold that right there. Pause that right there. The reason I'm showing you that, it is because millions upon millions upon millions of dollars was spent to build a drain and have a pump to take all the water out of South Key. Millions of dollars. This should not be happening. But you see, when you have a country where people who are dunce and will vote for these dotations again, it continues. Take a look at this other article. Next slide. We supposed to have one before that. We didn't have it. With $100 million. Right. $100 million to deal with floods. Where that $100 million went. And let me tell you something. Honestly, I can't stand this man anymore. I do not hate people, but every time I see this man, I cannot stand him. I cannot stand the sight of his face. Honestly. And that is me. And I have my reasons for saying that. Let's go again, guys. Port scanners, obsolete, non-functional, illegal guns and contrabands flowing freely. This is Trinidad. But Jacob not affected by this. The head of customs not affected by this. The TTPS officers, the seniors not affected by this. You know who are affected by this? You and I, the people who are on the ground, who are the small businessmen, where they come in to pull gun to your head. We are the ones affected. And we taking this and we just relaxing and we whining to the left. Stupidity to the max. Let's go again, guys. That's it. The Ministry of Education received approximately 5,000 laptops today. You know what is interesting? The ministry never said who they received those laptops from. Not one. Not one. They're telling you who. I would like to know. Tonight I promised myself that I would finish a little early. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open up the phone lines for 5 minutes, just so that I could touch base with you. I think they have a cricket match going on tonight. Huh? I think it's Talawaz and who? Oh, none only the cricket man gone, Zakir. Yeah. All right, so we're going to open up our phone lines just for a few minutes. But let me just thank, all of you who contacted me to support that child. What happened is that this is how we operate. We got the money. We are not taking a dollar from anybody else, right? And the person who gave the money, I know the family will commit, so therefore it's not a problem. All right, so we know that we're good to go. So it's not an issue. Let me just, guys, let me know when we have the calls coming in, and we'll take it from there. Because, thank you, finally. If I didn't say that, apparently that would not have worked. Hello?
Could you put me to insurance, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Insurance, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, speaking. I am calling from Bartaria.
Caller, you're listening to your television. Don't listen to your television, please.
Hold on. Hold on.
We only said that about 1,000 times.
Yes, Chief.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm calling from
Bartaria.
And there's a leak on First Avenue. For the past year and a half, the concrete getting white. I met the owner who's living on the compound. He told me he called once about 20,000 times. And up to now, the water leaking there steady.
Okay, do me a favor. I will get that problem solved for you by Monday. I want you to arrange to send the information to me at 6844762. I'll send it over to the chairman, Mr. Nanga. Normally he gets this stuff done one time. So 6844762, send the information across to me, and I will handle it for you.
Thank you very much.
No problem. That's minor. I would like to also thank, this guy, the general manager of TN Tech, Kelvin Ramsuk. This man, boy, I tell you, they should make him Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Rather than what we have here, capital Kunumunu. Let's go again. Hello? All right. What I'm going to do here, guys? We're gonna hold off from everything there. No calls on him because I promised myself. Okay, let's go. Let's go with the call. Go ahead. Hello? Oh, all right, good. All right, we dropped the call. It was my fault. They dropped the call. So here what happened. I will hold off all calls because I promised myself that I will finish early tonight because, quite frankly, it's 15:15, and I promised myself that I would finish up a little early. I'm celebrating tonight because we assisted that child in 1 minute time, and for me, that is enough reason to celebrate, right? So today I had the, how should I say, boy? A father who lost his child recently. I was speaking to him, and you could still hear the pain in his voice, and that is not going to go away, But again, these are the things that people, you tell people in this country, don't buy kiss bread for a week. 3/4 of Trinidad will ignore that and still buy kiss bread, and then the idiots will go and say, you know what? Boy, kiss bread price higher, boy. Boy, kiss expensive. That is how stupid we are in this country. This is how illiterate we are. We have the power in our hands to make a difference. And we are so stupid that we will not follow through on that. We would go and complain, but we will still buy it. And this is why we have to stop being this stupid and start to do something to benefit us. And, for the next few days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, stay away from kiss bread. Don't buy nothing. Don't buy none. Right? Stay away from it and see how things will start to change. But all you just have to follow through on doing it. Just don't do it. Cook a little, buy Linda's or buy puff and stuff, right? Puff and stuff bread is twice the weight of half them bread outside and using twice the amount of flour. So at the end of the day, you're getting twice the value. So why not help build them up, because they do a lot of community work on it as well. All right, so God bless you, take care, and this is where I have to end it off. And of course, I'll see you on Friday for down at Baraka Grounds. On behalf of all of us, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. And no happy independence, because this country sucks.